Good morning, my lovely friends. Got my hands in my pockets. It was 1 degrees according to my phone overnight. Only 2 degrees lower till it's what it was when I first moved in here in May. Only without the black flies, which is quite welcome, I must say. I'm very grateful for that, and grateful for everything that we have, and I'm grateful for the energy that is flowing in a direction with an outcome that I can feel, and I celebrate because of all the stuff going on in the world, which is not so pleasant looking. And for those of you that are daunted and given up, there is no reason to give up. Raven taught us that. We have complete power, complete sovereignty over this world and our beings. And we do not have to be slaves or monkeys, jabberwockies. I don't even know what that word is. I should check just to make sure it doesn't mean anything. But I've reclaimed it. Putting it back. There. I was just listening to Chris Sky in Toronto. It was the 26th. Definitely support Chris Sky. One of the only people willing to get up there and put himself on the line. I don't know why the public, so many people are just gutless, spineless. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But I do not lose faith. I trust that there is a deeper current, a deeper river. And that's the one that I swim in. Just because I don't go and post a million things like before, I let go of that. I have a different tactic now. This is my truth is what I'm showing. My transparency, I am what is happening to me, what I'm doing, how I respond. I do not comply, for the record. It's a fucking joke. Sorry for those of you that do. I don't even care if I offend you. I'm not offending anyone intentionally, so therefore, if you're offended by me saying anything, it's your choice to be offended, and if you can't own that, you got some work to do. And another reason why I don't give a shit. When I lost my wife, I made a deep internal agreement with myself and the world, the universe. It wasn't verbal. And that was to not give a flying fuck about pathetic, paltry little things that I used to give a shit about. Does that mean I don't love people? No. It means I love people even more. And I'm determined. And those friends that I speak to, text and email, speak to on Messenger, who are having a hard time, and you know who you are. They're always surprised that I have a positive attitude throughout all this. And yes, I do. And I don't just make it up. I feel it from my heart, from the depth of my soul. I have been through the crucible, and I'm sure I'll have more to go. I am not afraid. I'm not afraid of life. I'm not afraid of death. Man, I wish there was a way to kick some people into action. Holy mackerel. I swear Canada could just go down the friggin' drain, and Canadians will just let it. It's kind of freaky. And yet the people that come to me are not those people. It's interesting. Lovely coffee on the way. It's Nicaraguan red honey, which is the process, the red honey process. I started out with Costa Rica red honey. That was my first beans I bought green. And since then, in this little order, I got Costa Rican black honey, which is the next level. But I've also got this Nicaraguan red honey. So I mentioned, I think, about the coffee houses that we are creating. Now this is all part of our resistance. Our resistance is through a different mode than Chris Guy standing up on a podium, and he's doing what he does best, and we're doing what we do best. It's all we can do our best. But we're working from inside out. We attack this whole bullshit paradigm from the inside, and we build up and out rather than from the outside and the surface. I do this in Raven's name. Can't wait to have this lovely coffee and warm myself up. The sun is shining today. Cold and sunny. It's interesting because tomorrow the low is something like, I don't know. Something makes me think it was 18, but it's not 18, that's for sure. I think it may be 8. So the next week, the low is not going to be this low according to the Weather Network. So, there's my moment of silence. Let myself go into my coffee here, my beans, and I had a thought about all my carvings that I was doing, to open portals for healing people and the polar bear medicine skull that I've been carving, and the 22 caliber long rifle that I was also imbuing with soul energy, love energy for transformation and healing. And even going back to last time this year when I was carving the pumpkin to be a jack-o'-lantern, for healing. That was when McTavish was dying. Had him in my sling while I was carving. It's a difficult time. It's been a difficult year. And I have been consistently doing what I can do best to help move that energy through. So has Raven, and so is Raven, and so am I. I am doing my part by emitting my true energy and not hiding. Being my true self and voicing my true opinions. I don't feel the need to share too many political things at the moment. Other people are doing that. But I am not hiding behind anything, and for those that need to know, I don't think there's anyone that doesn't know. That's where I'm coming from. My wife got the shit end of the stick because she didn't comply, because she didn't buy into the system. She got attitude, she got abused, she got poor treatment, and she still plugged on. She didn't take their bullshit. And that's the light that Raven shines still. And those that want to just move on and continue being slaves, that's fine. You know, I've let go of that. You get to be what you choose to be, and that is all you can do. Oh, that looks lovely. And meanwhile, I'm going to be normal and natural. Drinking my pine needle tea. Taking my vitamins. Staying healthy in the forest with nature. And preparing Nomad Village and Nomad Portal, Nomad Coffee House, Nomad Coffee for our celebrating time to come. Because we will triumph. I have 100% certainty. Raven tells me this. I know. I feel it. Good old red honey. Okay. Just get nicely round. This music takes me back to ayahuasca ceremonies. It's lovely. So tomorrow morning, really early, I head out to Guelph, visit my mom and sister, hang out for a few hours, go to the restore. My sister's got me a door, maybe two, put my truck, and I'll see if there's anything else, windows as well I'm looking for. And then I'm going to drop in on a little memorial event for Raven with relatives, and from there I will go to Raven's daughter Destiny's place and stay overnight, and then head out in the morning back here and hopefully be putting some doors into places. Be lovely. Everyone needs a door. Yeah. Okay. Warm enough. Cool. Yeah. Getting cut warm. Nicaraguan red honey. Okay, that feels about right. Okay. Stir this up. Remember, coffee houses, coffee is the drink of nonconformists, those that bring the light, light bearers. Coffee wakes up the sheep in all of us. So we all have the slave self that needs healing. I don't know what that is, that part of us that wants to be a slave. And I'm speaking from, not pointing fingers, but in all of us. Oracle Girl calls it the slave self. I kind of like the term. It's just straight, blatant. No hiding, no pulling punches is what it is. But there is a part of us that really desperately wants everything to be taken care of. To have mommy around. It could be that we have, just like dogs, compared to wolves, or dogs remain being like a puppy. They don't mature the way a wolf does, and maybe that's an aspect of it. We have been kept in a non-matured state, so we're like eternal, immature aspects of what humanity could be. And maybe that's part of what I've been talking about with this metamorphosis type of element. Maybe that us has not woken yet. It's quite possible. There we go. Now, part of a lot of people are asking why, if I am heading back to the city to get more business, and I tried not to look shocked and in dismay. I said, absolutely not. That's further from what I would ever want to do. The city's going to be moving out here at some point. It's already moving out here. Why would I want to move back to the city? And that's nothing against my city friends. Hold on. Nothing against my city friends. I have so many of them, and it would be wonderful to see them all and to bump into some of them at the subway, like I have done, and, in Cabbage Town as well. I love that. There's aspects of the city that I love, but I'm awake to reality. I'm awake to what's going on, and I have no interest. As I speak, there's a squirrel pulling bits of insulation to his nest. But anyways, I have no interest in going closer to the city, taking on a mortgage, which I couldn't have anyways, but I don't want it. My goal is to get completely out of debt, because the way I look at it, if I'm in debt, I'm a slave. Whatever way you look at it, I am. Whatever I can decrease that takes me more and more, like prepping on a level where I can be prepared for waves that hit in the storm. And it's already hitting, and it's going to get worse. I'm being prepared for it, and I am showing other people just by example. Shitty example, but that's the best example sometimes. Troubleshooting your way through things, fumbling. But I'm showing by example what I'm doing to deal with this, to deal with what's happened to me. Now, most people, such an intense wave hasn't hit them yet. Hopefully it never does. But I'm setting up ready because I know what's happening next. And you know, in the midst of it, what I realized was this can be fun. It's a new beginning. You know, it's a very positive thing. And a lot of people are very surprised when I sound so positive after what's happened to me. And not to say I don't have my waves of grief and grieving and anger and all kinds of emotions that come through. But ultimately, the bottom line, I think, because I'm connecting to my heart and my deeper self, and I'm working the best I can at clearing this negative stuff that builds up in reaction to things, frustrations, whatever. I'm doing my best to clear things as they come and not let it get into me, really. So I'm starting to get moments where I just have a good feeling, a deep feeling that is not reliant upon the weather and other little ups and downs and things, which I was very controlled by before. I'm actually now down, I'm working on something that always bothered me, and that was, I call it the kick the tire mechanism, where I might, I don't know, bump my head or drop something that's just a silly little fumble, and I'm just annoyed with myself. I'm like, fuck! So I'm working on those little emotional outbursts that are usually never heard by anyone, even if someone is right next to me. But it upsets my balance, and I know it's coming from somewhere, so I'm opening those, choosing to let them breathe. Man, nice. Nicaraguan red honey. It's nice. I haven't got a bad coffee, but definitely not my favorite out of all the ones that are here, but it is a good coffee. It's missing, for me it's missing a little bit of body, something there. So just wishing, sending healing energy to everyone, including myself, this morning. I have a busy day, but that day I will be doing a soul cleanse, and that energy is going out to everyone. We're all connected, we're all healing. And the sun is out, sending its rays over all of us, healing everyone. It's interesting, you know, us humans, we have to have these difficult times to move through. We have, at this point, something going on that has never happened before, this global pandemic thing, plandemic thing. At a time also when we've never had such a high population of people either. So it is a first on many levels. And it is going to go as planned. It may sound really weird to those that like to scoff and giggle and chuckle and kick dirt in people's faces kind of people. And go for it. Laugh all you need. Throw a negative comment in. That's great. You're just flailing, as so many others are, and I feel for you. I really do. I really feel for you. You're scared, you're a coward, shaking in your boots, and that's why this offends you. And I send you love. I send you love. It's not an easy thing. having bought into a false bottom, false floor, false paradigm. But it will unfold over time and you'll find out what's really going on. I'm purely about healing. I'm not about segregation. I'm not about separation. I accept people who have been vaccinated. I accept people who haven't been vaccinated. I'm not making distinctions. Some people have had to get vaccinated to cross the border to come and get work, and I feel for them. It's a big sacrifice to make. And I believe in their ability to move through this as well with health. There are ways. So I love everyone, slave or sovereign. I don't point fingers, I don't judge. But I do move forward in my own true, natural way. And that's one thing that Raven really helped me get in touch with my soul. And my direction, how to follow that GPS and how to unfold slowly without the need for others' advice or assistance. That was her biggest gift. Kind of like an aspect of her process, kind of like chasing mother bear, chasing the bear cubs up the tree aspect, and that was a part of what I went through for sure. But the celebrations have not started yet because people don't know yet the beautiful horizon that is yet to come. But I feel it, I smell it, I sense it, and I rejoice now because time doesn't exist. We already have succeeded. We already have transcended this. We already have found a deeper place within ourselves. To, in a sense, become the new human, a new level, something to be proud of. I'm hoping that we can eventually get to where we don't need these archaic laws that get so corrupted, systems and stuff. I think it all should be thrown out. I don't believe in this government stuff, but I don't believe in nothing either. I believe either we gotta be up to a level where we don't need government or we need a different kind of system. I tend to be leaning towards the evolving part. How it can happen, well, we'll see. Does a caterpillar sit there and rack its brains over how it's going to turn into a butterfly? No. But you do have to step up to the plate and have trust, have faith, and move forward with courage and integrity and dignity. And not with tail between the legs. I was blessed by having what happened to me, so there was nothing that I could be afraid of losing. The universe said, what's he hanging on to? A sense of a job security and a sense of a partner security. So the universe just took them both out of the way instantly. Said, okay, so now how are you doing? You don't have those securities anymore. Now let's see you work from the ground up. And that's what I've been doing. And that's why I am positive, and that's why I have courage, and that's why I am uplifted by the job at hand and the winter that's coming and everything else, and why I have no interest in moving closer to the city and pretending that nothing's happened and everything's back to normal. No, I'm moving forward. I'm not looking back. And I suggest others do the same. And I'm here with Raven doing what we need to do, and that is soul prints, healing. Because there are people coming through here that have a lot of work to do, whether they know it or don't know it. And that is a big thing, and they need this work, they need this healing to take them further. I'm going to just end this so it doesn't turn into 2 parts. So have a wonderful day, folks. I love you all, and let's get growing.